we had the idea then of putting a team together and it was a 10 to 12-year-old team, and it was going to be, you had to be an Irish native. You couldn't have been one of the Americans playing for one of the teams either, which had to be the Irish kids. And it was about 100 kids from the different teams tried out, and we had, various stations set up, hitting stations, fielding stations, running base running stations. And over the span of, I think it was maybe three practices, we ended up meeting in a pub with Barry Sheehan and John Keyes, who identified were going to come with me with the kids when we made the trip. And we selected, we did the team selection, and we wanted to, make sure we got kids from all the teams that were represented. And I said one of the greatest things was getting two kids from Ballymun, and Ballymun is one of it's the housing estates there were just terrible conditions, and the living conditions there were horrible. Matter of fact, after about, I'd say 10 years after my departure, maybe 5 to 10 years after my departure, they totally razed all those Ballymun housing estates and built a whole new housing for all the people there. But having those two kids there really made it worthwhile. They were awesome. But so there was a whole process we went through. We got, we set up, I think I sent you the schedule of practices we had, made about 6 to 8 practices before we were going to leave for the States. We organized for Jean Kennedy Smith, who recently passed away, who was the ambassador at the time. And she brought all the kids over to the embassy and hosted a little reception for them and their families. That was really neat. It was the front page of the Irish Times. It was shown on. So it was really a nice send-off.